In this video, we're going to see the Pro menu element in the Oxygen 3.2 version. Hi, my name is Stratos, and I'm constantly producing video tutorials about Oxygen and other WordPress tutorials, so please subscribe to my channel if you are in that content. So, recently the 3.2 official version came out for Oxygen, and the new element is the Pro menu element, which we're going to review and we're going to see how it works. So this is a template, a ready template from the Oxygen team, and I have already opened the main template, which grabs the header and the footer. So if we click here, we're going to see that we have the menu element. This is the old menu element, and let's see in the front end how it looks. Here is the page, and as you can see, let's make a refresh because I haven't done a refresh. Okay, here we have the about, and beneath the about I have created two sub-menu items, and let's see how it looks from a mobile version. This is again the old one, and as you can see here, I cannot see the sub-menu items. Now, in the old menu, I had to go into the mobile responsive, then to dropdowns, and then include dropdowns links in the responsive menu. If I check this and click save and go to the front end, this is the mobile version of course, and refresh, I can check here, and now underneath the about I can see our services and doctors. But as you can see, they're always displayed. They are not child items in the about, and when I click the about I can see both of them. They are always there. There is no toggle feature. So what we're doing before that is we're using a plugin from GitHub. This is the plugin from the WP-Lit member, and here the member, the David Brown, has created a plugin that allows to toggle the menu functionality in mobile version. So we're going to go into the plugins and we're going to activate that. And now if I go to the front end again in the mobile version, do a refresh, here I will click and I will see that I now have this icon where I click this and I can see now the child elements of the menu. Now, I'm showing you this because if you have already installed this plugin, which is great for the version and this element, you cannot use it with the new Pro menu element. And of course, there is no reason to use it because the toggle option is available in the Pro menu. But if you already have this plugin, you will see that you will have a problem if you have already activated. So this is why I'm showing you this. Let's go into the backend, and here we're going to structure. We're going to see that the menu is in the row right of the header row. So here we're going to add the Pro menu. Okay, and then I'm going to the menu and I'm going just to hide it. So I'm just hiding it because I do want the menu to be here just for references. So if you had already created a website and you had the menu here, you can just hide it so you can go later on and see what was the settings that you had. What was the text style, the font weight, the letter spacing, the font size, and everything else. Do not delete it just like that. So let's go to the Pro menu, and as you can see here we have the Pro menu. I'm going to save it now and I'm going to refresh it in the front end. Let's refresh that, and as you can see here, the icon, the toggle icon for the blog, for the about, sorry, is way too big. Now this is not something that it's Oxygen fault. This is because the plugin that we talked about is not compatible with the new version. So I'm going to the plugins and I'm going to deactivate the Oxygen mobile submenu, and I'm going to delete it as well because I don't need it anymore. Let's go now to the front end and I'm going to refresh, and we will see now that the menu is looking not fine but better than it was before. So Here, let's go back, and now we're having the Pro menu choices here. First, we're going to select the main menu. Of course, since we only have one menu, it will grab that menu. And here we have to select the width of the screen that we want to have the menu toggle for the mobile. So this is just something that you have to see how it looks and see when you want the mobile menu to break, to a mobile version. It depends on how many elements you have in here in the menu, and the space and all the settings, and how big is your logo and everything else. So let's go for less than 992 in this, and we will see how it looks. So after that, we're going to start building it. But before that, you can see here that says use preset. Oxygen team has already created some presets for you, so you can select some of those and continue building from that point. Let's select this one. This is slide to right, the name. So I'm going to click it, and as you can see, it's slides to right. Then we have the desktop and mobile. So you have something like this. Okay, we have two icons here, but I think it's just a bug or something. If I refresh the page, maybe it will, they will gone, and it will remain one arrow. We have the desktop vertical, as you can see here. We have the minimalism, which I have to click here and I get a full page menu, and all the settings that you see, all the preset that you can choose from here. We're going to start from a blank, so I'm going to click the reset, click current style, so it will reset to the default like that. Keep in mind that this is the first version, the first official version for the Pro menu, so you will have some things that you will not like. We will find some things. I have already spotted two things that I wanted to change, and I'm sure that they will develop a little bit better this element. So let's start by going to the desktop menu. Now, as it says here, you are going to style how it looks, this one, without the drop downs for the version that you have in the desktop. So let's go to typography. First, we're going to choose horizontal or vertical. So we're going for horizontal as it is already, but if you want, you can go for a vertical. So then we're going into the typography, and we're going to select the font family. Of course, you can select the default, which will grab the default from the global settings. And if you don't, you can choose another one. Let's go for a Roboto, which I really like. Okay, this is the Roboto. Then we have the font size. Let's go for 16. Let's go for 17, okay, something like that. Then the color, I'm going for a black color. And then for the font weight, I'm going for 600, something like that. After that, we're going for a letter spacing. And let's go for 2 and line height 1. If you cannot, for some reason, cannot access the letter spacing, this in some cases has happened when I use the preset, then just go and type in the line height first, and then you will going to be able to type in the letter spacing. So after that, I don't want any uppercase or anything. If you have uppercases here, this is the thing that is selected. In most presets, I think the uppercase selected. So after that, let's go back, and then we're going to the spacing. Now, the default for the menu was 20 and 20, something like that. And you can check it out by going into the menu and then spacing. No, 15 and 15, not 20, sorry. So let's go again to the desktop mobile, spacing and align, and let's go for 15 and 15. This is why I told you not to delete the menu. So you have something like that. In this case, it looks a little bit way too much space in here. So let's go for a 10 and 10. Maybe it's a little bit better. Yeah, 10 and 10 is quite all right. Okay, and then we have the margin for the items. This is the items inside. Then we have the item text align, which can be center, right, or left. Of course, in this case, it will not change anything. But if you create a menu that will go and stretch, you can go and align them how you want. Okay, so let's go into the next, and we have the border radius. This is if you have something like a background and you have the white menu, or we have a background in the menu itself. We have a gray menu or something, gray background. So in this case, we are not going to see any border radius because it's a white to a white background. Let's go back and hover and activate it, and this is the hover text color. When you hover, what color you want to see. Let's go for a blue. So when I hover, I want to see a blue. Okay, then we're going for the hover background color. I don't want anything for that. Hover border top, let's go for 1 pixel, and this will grab the color from here. Okay, so when I hover, I will see a line above. Then we have the hover border bottom. I don't want anything. And active text color, I will go for something like that. So this is the active now, the home page, and the active border top will go for 3 pixels. It would be nice if I had to choose the left and right also, and if I could create something like a shadow, a backlight shadow or something. So after that, you can select the transition duration for the hover effect, and let's go for 0.3. Keep in mind that this is in seconds, not milliseconds, so you can have a nicer transition effect. Okay, something like that. Let's go back, and now we have finished with how it looks in the desktop for the menu. Then we can go for the drop downs. These are the drop downs when I hover over to the about page, and by default it's enabled because we do want the drop downs. The border radius, I don't want any, and then we have the animation type. This is the fade up, which I don't really like. Let's go for just the fade. Okay, something like that. Then we have the boxed shadow. Let's go and put some box shadow just to see where it appears. So let's go for 0, 0, and 10 and 10. So you can see where it appears. It's in the box of the whole drop down. And of course, if you want to add some shadow, just go for 0.3 or something, and here 5 and 5. So it will be not so, you cannot see it very, it's not ugly. Sorry for my English. Okay, so let's go to the next one. And this is the drop down icon. This is the icon that we're having here. So let's go for the drop down icon. And now with the version 3.2, we have the font Awesome 5 free icons embedded. So we can choose anything. So let's go for an arrow, double R. You can select something like that. Or we can go for a triangle. No, we don't have any triangle. Let's see what we can put just to change the icon. Something like this. What's the name of the icon? Okay, chevron. Okay, so let's go for a chevron and this one. As you can see, the icon immediately changed. And let's click in the first out of those. Let's go into the color or something. So I want those to close. Okay, it's not closing, but doesn't matter. Let's go for color. As you can see, it's already black, but you can change it. So let's go for black. Okay, and then we have the size. Clearly I want a smaller size. Let's go for 25. No, 20. 10. 10. I think 10 is quite okay. Then we have the icon margin. So you can set some margin top, bottom, left, right. and icon space. So here you can put the space from the word about. So let's go for the icon space and let's go for 10 pixels. It's a little bit way too much. Okay, let's go for 4 pixels, something like that. After that, if you hover over, you can see that it will not rotate, but you can send a rotation here. Let's go for 180. And no, here is 0 because I don't want the rotation to be all the time, but when it opens I want 180 rotation. So when I hover it, it will rotate and you can see how it looks. Then this is the transition duration for the rotation. It's 0.4. It's looking good. I don't think it's ugly at this moment. So let's go back. After that, we have the drop-down colors. Let's go for that. And as you can see here, we have the background, which is a background color of white. And it's a little bit, here we have to select, this is transparent, it's not white. So we have to select white if we don't want transparent. So now we have a white. Okay, then we have the hover background color, then we have the link color, which we want to be black, and then we have the text hover color, we want this. So now we have also the hover color. As you can see, I cannot select it right here, but if I save it and go into the front end, I can see how it looks, and here I can hover it. Okay. After that, we have the child links drop down, and we can give them a little bit of space. So let's go for 10 and 10. Okay, it's better. I think it's better, 10 and 10. And then we have the font family, font size for the drop downs. So let's go for a 16 to be a little smaller than this that were 17. Font family Roboto. The color should be black again. And the font weight, let's go for 500. So something like that. Okay, it's looking good. Then we have the line height and the letter spacing, which I'm not going to change anything about that. And that was all the settings that we had for the desktop version. Okay, this was all the settings. Now we're going for the mobile version. Now, keep in mind that the mobile version is best changed if you have also a mobile in front of you. Make some changes and then go into the mobile device and see how it looks from a real mobile device. Do not depend only how the web browser shows you in the mobile version. Also, I want to see something here. As you can see, of course, we can use some presets, but also we can save to a new preset. So I can see here and save this like a dentist or something. And I can save it, so I will have the dentist preset. But keep in mind that if you click elsewhere and then you go back to here, you will not have the preset selected. Okay, so this is like a bug or something. It should be selected the dentist and then continue building to that. You cannot continue building to that preset once you leave it. Okay, once you save it, you cannot continue building to that, and you cannot save to the dentist again. You have to delete it and then create again a new dentist preset. So keep in mind that, because it will be something, it will be fixed, it will be improved, but at this point you cannot do that. First, finish the layout for the menu and then just go ahead and save it as a preset if you want. So after that, let's go for the mobile menu, and here we have the open icon layout. Let's go into the mobile version and see how it looks right now. Let's go and refresh that. So right now we have something like that because I haven't selected how it looks if I want to be I think the breakpoint is a little bit off, but I want to check it out. Let's go, sorry, not here. Let's go here and see where it breaks to a mobile version. Yeah, I haven't selected anything because I had selected elsewhere. So let's go again into the mobile version and let's select the 992. Okay, let's save that again. And let's go in here and refresh. Okay, now you can see that this is the mobile and this is how it looks. Okay. So let's go back and start building. Now the open layout icon at this point, it's looking like that, but it's not. This is what I selected in this version, in the desktop version. So you can see that it's clearly not having the same icon, but it doesn't matter. When you change it, you will get the same icon. Let's do it something like that so we don't have to change every time. I don't really care about how it looks here, so I'm looking here. So let's go and choose another icon. I'm going to delete that and I'm going to select another icon. Let's go for the standard bars. Okay, something like that. Okay, so I chose the bars. And let's save that and refresh here. As you can see, now I have these bars as an icon. Next, we have the menu text, where it says here menu. You can select whatever you want. And then the icon size, I want a little bit smaller, 25. The margin above are quite okay. The margin below are quite okay. I don't want to set any margins. And margin right, so we can separate that from the words menu. I need 4 pixels or something. Let's save that and refresh the page. Okay, as you can see now we have some space in between. Again, do not depend how it looks here. Go for a mobile and you will be sure how it looks. Okay, icon color. We have a little bit of gray, not so black, but I want black. And when I hover, I don't want to change because it doesn't matter. When you are in a mobile, you cannot hover. You can only click. So let's go and refresh to see if it's now black. Okay, now it's black. And then we have the padding hover color. Did I forget anything? Padding color, no. And padding hover color. The padding color is the background. Let's go and change that to see what it is. Okay, and let's save that. It's nice to have a little bit of gray so it grabs the attention and you know where to click. So not, of course, so much of gray, but something like that. Let's save that and refresh. Okay, as you can see now it has some space and it grabs the attention of the visitor. And of course the padding is how big you want this square to be. If you go for a 10, it will be a little smaller. Let's save that and refresh again. And as you can see, it's a little smaller now. We will leave it as it is. Then we have the padding hover color. So when you hover, you will have something else. Of course, we don't have any hover in the mobile version, but we're going to do it just to see what it is. When I hover, I will see this red. Okay. Did I forget anything? Icon hover color? No, I haven't forget anything. Okay, then we're going for the border radius, which now we can set because we have a background color in here. So let's go for 20 and see how it looks. Let's save that, refresh, and now we have something like that, which is not so good. Let's go for 5. I thought 20 was way too big. Okay, so it's a little bit better. Okay, maybe 8. And I will remove that. Save and refresh here. Something like that. Okay, and then we have the icon transition duration, which is the seconds that you want. the transition to take the time you want from when you hover. Okay, the color that will change. Let's go for the next one, which will be the icon typography. And when it says the open icon, it means that you haven't clicked here. So those are when you haven't clicked inside. We have the font family for the menu. Let's go for Roboto again. Okay, and then we have the font size. Let's go for, I think this is a 15. Yeah, this is, I think, a 15. Let's save that and see if it's a 15. I thought it was a 15, so let's go for 16 to have something a little more bigger. Okay, and then we're going for black color because this is not black, it's a little bit of gray. And let's save that and refresh. Okay, something like that. Then we have the font weight, I will not change it. And then we have the text align, line height and letter spacing. I'm not going to change those, it's pretty simple what they do. Let's go back, and then we have the close icon layout. Let's open here and let's click here. So this is the icon that we have, the X, and then we have the word close. So here we have bars as it says, but if I change this to something else, we will see that we have the menu changed as well. So let's go and search for the X. Is it exit or something? No, is it X? Okay, I don't know what is the name of this icon. Exit, escape. So I will change it to something like that. So if I save now and refresh the page and open it up, I will see now that I have this icon. Okay, and then we have the icon text, which is close, and I want the close to have a letter, a capital letter, first letter capital, close. So it's close to the menu. Let's click once again, and then we have the icon position top, how close is to the top. Let's go for 15. And then we have the icon position left, so how right is from the beginning of the screen. Let's go for 15 again. Okay, and then we have the icon size. Now here it's better if you choose something that's close to this icon. Of course, you don't have to put the same size because it's not the same icons. This is square, this is circle, so we have something else, but be sure to put something close to that. So I need a little bit of a bigger icon. Let's go for 20. Then we have the margin above and below, margin right, color if you want to put some gray so you can see how it looks, and these are all the same settings that we have in the open icon. So let's go and save that and refresh the page again. Let's click here. Now we can see that we have the close and here's the word. Now I cannot change how it looks here. I cannot put the icon next at the right of the word, because in some cases you would like to have the close first or something. I cannot change the order here. It would be nice if I could. Then we have the close icon typography. So let's click that, and of course this is for the close word. The font size, I think it's okay. The color, let's go for a little bit of black. And then we have the text align, letter spacing, line height, and everything else. Let's go and save that and refresh again. And as you can see, now we have the black color here. I need to put a little bit of space in between. So let's go for the icon, close icon layout, and let's go for icon size, margin above, margin right. Let's go for 4 pixels. Okay, refresh, and okay, now it's a little bit better. So after that, we can choose the menu styles. Now, this is if we want to put the off canvas. And as you can see now, when I click here, I will get the whole screen. I cannot change to anything else but the whole screen. And if I want, I can select the off canvas. Let's select the off canvas and let's save that and refresh just to see how it looks with the off canvas enabled. So as you can see now, I have the menu here from the left, and here you can select left or right. Let's select right, save and refresh again. Here the menu went to the right. Now I want to be in the right because most people are right-handed, yeah. So when they operate their phone, they use the right hand, and I want them to be able to select the menu with one hand and then can select which page they want to go. So my first choice is right off canvas menu. Then we have the animation. I can go for a fade left. Is it the right one? Let's save and refresh. Select it and yeah, fade left, so you can see how it looks. Or you can go for a slide left. Let's go for a slide left and not a fade. So this is the slide and not the fade, as you can see here. I would like some option, if I could, to push the whole page to the left when the menu opens. Of course, I cannot do that in this version at this moment. This is the duration, the time that we'll get for the slide effect to complete. And this is the background of the whole menu. Let's go for a little bit of gray just to see how it looks. Of course, it's not something that I would change, but we're going to see how it looks. And now we have these grays, which I will delete because I do not like it at all. And then we have the text color, the length text, which is black, and I will select black also. And then we have the hover color. Of course, this is when you hover here, but we do not have any hover inside a mobile. Then we have the link padding. So we have the padding for the items here, and you can go for a little bit more if you want. And then we have the container padding, which is the padding for the whole container. Let's go and save this, and we're going to see how it looks when we put some padding inside. Okay. So now the icons are a little bit apart. So let's go for 5. Let's save that. And now you can see that they have a little bit less of space. I like how it looks right now. And then we can have a padding in the container. Let's go for 50 and 50. And let's give it a little bit of background color. Let's save that and refresh. And nothing happened. I think this is yeah, it's a padding, not a margin, so I will choose how I want to see it from the top and the bottom. Okay, so I now pushed everything from the top because I put here 20 pixels of padding from the top. Of course, you can put some from the right or the left, and you will have a little bit more space inside here. Let's go for 50 and 50. And let's delete that. And let's save that and refresh the page here. Okay, and now you can see that I have more space here and more space here. Let's delete that, or I will put something like 5 and 5 here. And here, let's go for 0, so it will be exactly in the middle. Let's save that and refresh the page. And now, as you can see, I have a little bit of space here, and I have a little bit of space here, and it's in the middle of the page. Let's get rid of the background color. Okay, and let's save and refresh. Okay, now the item alignment is where you want those to be aligned. Now they are in the left, but I can go for center or right. I don't like any else than the left, but let's choose the middle and we will see how it looks. So this is how it looks in the middle. Okay, I don't really like it. I like better when it's in the left. Let's save that and refresh again. And now we have aligned them on the left. Let's go back. And then we have the typography. Now this is the typography, of course, for the mobile version. And here we have the font family, the font size, where I can go for 15 or something. Color should be black. The weight, I think it's a little bit off. Let's go for 500. Let's save that. Save and refresh the page here. Okay, I think these are a little bit better. Probably I would go for a little bit of smaller close here. I don't think this is really nice. So after that, you can select any other thing that you want from here. It's very easy. And let's go for the next, which are the mobile drop downs. Let's go. And here, when I click, I will get this toggle effect, which is this one. You can show in line, so they will always be available without clicking. Let's go and see how it looks. As you can see, our services and our doctors are always showed. And when I hide it, I will see none. Let's go for toggle again. Let's save that. Refresh. And see how it looks. Yeah, and when you hover and click, you will get these sub items. Now, the thing that I really don't like, but it's a bug and it's a really annoying bug, is that you cannot click in the about and have the child menu opened. So I'm clicking the about page. Let's go the mouse here, but nothing happens. I have to go here and then click. And as you can see, once I click it here, it will open. So you have to click the icon, the arrow or whatever the icon you have selected. You cannot click the about element, the about word. This is something that really annoys me. So I hope they will fix it soon. After that, we have the animation duration, how much time it will take for the effect that it will slide out and open. And then we have the drop down icon size. This is the drop down icon size. I think it's okay. It's not way too big. It's not way too. Then we have the background color of these elements, and let's go for a little bit of gray, but not so good. So gray. Let's go and refresh the page, and then let's click here. No, so we have a little bit of gray, but not too gray. Let's go for a little bit of non-opacity. So let's save that and see how it looks. Okay, so this is better. And then we have the width of this drop-down border. This is the line of the border. Okay, the color and then the style. And of course, you can select something like that to remove it completely. You cannot select to hide it. You have to select a color that it will not show. Something like that. Okay, you cannot remove it. If you want to remove it, you have to select a color that it will not show. So let's go again for the black. It's really not so annoying. I can leave it there. And of course, I can select the width, so it will be not for the whole screen, for the whole menu, not the whole screen. So after that, let's save that and refresh again just to have that bar. Okay, this one. And then we're going to the next one, which is the desktop, in the mobile drop downs. No, we have finished. That was all. This is the mobile dropdowns, and that was all that we had. Now, as you can see here, we have the effect that I chose the home, and when I hover to anything else, I can see a line here. And when the home is selected, I have a blue line here. Now, this can be removed in the mobile version by going into the less than 992, which is the breakpoint of my menu, and then going into the settings. So let's go to the desktop menu. Let's go to hover and active. And now when I have the active, where is the active border top, I can set to 0. Let's go and save that and refresh the page here. And now selecting the menu, I do not have the line here. I have only when I hover, but of course I don't have the hover option in the mobile version. But if you want, you can select 0 also here. So this is nice that these settings are separated in the mobile version here, so you can set something else, as you can see. And of course, I would also like to have here some options to add some buttons or something else. Maybe you have also want to add a login button or something that you're not going to need to be displayed every time in the in this page in the mobile version, but you want someone to click it and then have a button inside here. This is something that I would really like to be able to have, to add to the menu mobile version something different, another element or something. And of course, it would be nice if I could do it in the desktop version, but in the desktop version, you can put it next to the menu and it will be great. But here that we have the off canvas, we need something to put here inside the menu. So that was all with the settings. I hope I have give you some advices. I hope that I have cleared some, I have make you understand how it works. You have to play with it. You have to see how it everything are working, and then when you're finished, you can export that or import that to another website. This is very good that they have, but you cannot select the preset that you was giving again. So I have to go here. I have to save it as a dentist 1 or dentist 2. I don't know, dentist 2. Save it. And then I can go to the dentist and I can remove it. I can delete the dentist from here and then use the preset of dentist 2 again and save it, and hopefully it didn't change anything. Yeah, I think I'm okay. So that was all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if you like content like that. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.